Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They give it to him again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They're going play action. Buying some time right. It is caught at the 20. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Shamrocks take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return coming from the 6. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll look to throw. It is Cup, left side. Rolling into enemy territory. Keeps it moving. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Dolphins respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. They're going to get to him, and what a shot! The football's out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Hits his running back. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They're now set for first and 10. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And in for the Miami touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Return starts at the 3. And he gets crunched by a big hit, right at the 25 to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down.
Here's the snap on 4th. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
That one splits the uprights, and the Dolphins double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. He throws a bullet down the right sideline.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Pass play coming here. He's looking deep once again. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Receiver in motion, going left. They'll throw on 3rd and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of it.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 3. Complete out to the right side. And this one doesn't go far.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. The Dolphins out to an early advantage. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its stride. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Looking to the air here. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Here's a throw. That's completed right side. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Shamrocks fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Thanks to the penalty, they'll kick it away from further up the field. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. They've got a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Called in by Waddle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing it again here. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Finds his man, Waddle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Harris. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Gets this to Johnson. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is cut. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
1st and goal from the 1. From the 1. I don't mind throwing it, but that's the one thing you can't have happen. Defensively, you know they're going to bring it. And now, well, they're more than content backing this offense up with the sack.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Setting up a throw. And the defender comes away with it. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Shamrocks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. He's going to field this at the 2. And look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 32-yard line.
We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Back to the air, following the pick 6. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Shamrocks get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
At their own 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Looking to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far, and no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Taken in by Harris. And he gets absolutely... And that one.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They send a man in motion. Here we go, 2nd and very long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They go play action here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be their football. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Back-to-back carries here. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Back to the well again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
He'll throw it. He's gonna try to drop it in deep right. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Handoff now out of the gun. Pushing for the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
He'll always sign off on it when that particular call comes in the headset and the running back gets a chance to hear it. A toss is his chance to get outside quickly and let that athleticism shine as he dances through the defense.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
There's a give, left side. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 13-point lead. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. He's loaded another one up. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. In motion left is Beckham. 2nd and 10 now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Dolphins got it! And Miami returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Dolphins grow their lead off the turn. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. Back to throw now. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for this. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Play action on 1st down. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Back now, pressure on its way. Hits his running back. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Caught for big yards on the right side. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. They're going play action. He rolls to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And they'll have first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He's got it near the 8. Touchdown! That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say, it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Shamrocks get it back to a 14-point game. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So we hit the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the fourth. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds a seam down the middle. At the 20. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 3-score game in the fourth. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion here left. They'll throw on 1st. Connects with Fant. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38. Buys time, rolling right. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Connection made to Beckham. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. And they pick him off again! And the Dolphins have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Throwing now on 1st down. He's throwing deep to the left side. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Shamrocks get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
To throw here on 1st down. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.